So all of you can sit in convenient position of your choice. Sit in Sukhasana like how I'm sitting now. First, prayer. From Dhyana Mudra, inhale, take both the arms over your head. Exhale, bring them to center of the heart. Closing the eyes, take an inhalation. Together. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhur Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Inhaling, take your hands straight up through the center. Exhaling, bring the hands down. Please mute your hands. Okay, I've muted all of you. So keep the mics on mute.
Only a little bit of it, not fully.
Yeah?
You heard a voice only little, not fully.
Not coming clear?
Sir, your voice is very low.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, sir, it's perfect.
It's better, right? Okay. I'll keep the mic close to myself. That's better, I think. Okay, is it loud and clear or it's still not
Yes,
very
sir. It's loud and clear, sir.
Okay. So, I think there are newcomers.
Even I can tell.
Yeah, I can see Sumati is there. Okay. So this is an interactive session. So it is more of doubt clearing session. Okay, it need not be a one-way communication. So if you can ask questions, I can reply questions. All that can happen in this class. Okay, I'll just close the window. I think sound from the outside is coming too much. Yeah. So the first thing that you would have noticed is that how did I bring Namaskara Mudra and come out from that? So when I did Namaskara Mudra, I took the arms over the head with an inhalation like this, right? And with an exhalation, I brought it to the center of the heart. So many of us, we keep the hands here in Namaskara Mudra. So this is not the place to keep it. It is the center of the heart here. You always keep your Namaskar Mudra center of the heart. Similarly, when you bring it back, how to take it? But inhale, take the arm straight up, and then while exhaling, you have to bring it down like that. You have to, and always sit with back erect. So especially generally children, they round the back like this. When you do this, the entire back is rounding, the lower back, middle back, and all. So that will, what will happen with that is the sections of the spine, the vertebrae will protrude outward, and that's not the natural shape of the back. So whenever you sit upright. So the chest will be up, the chest will come up, and the shoulders will be wide. You can see. So the shoulders become wide, and the chest rises. So whenever you sit with back straight, erect. So the chest should rise, and the neutral shape of the backbone will come. So there will be a top portion bulge out, then the bottom spine will be like an S shape will come like that. So that original shape of the backbone has to come. Please keep your mics on mute unless you want to speak something. If you want to speak something, you just unmute, speak, and then you can again mute yourself. So sitting posture is very important. Sitting with upright back. Benefit of that is, one is we will face minimum back problems. The other is that the alertness, the awareness of the mind will be good. The alertness will be there when the back is erect. When you stoop like this, I've observing some of the children in the class, many of them sit like this. So avoid it may be easy in the beginning, but gradually you will get back problem. So sit upright always. Then mantra. So every month, generally we change the mantras, right? We do starting prayer, closing prayer. All these mantras we keep changing every month. It may come back after some time, but so try to learn these mantras. All these mantras are good for calming the mind. That is the meaning of word mantra. Man means mind, tra ideologically means calming down or silencing. All these mantras are good for calming mind. Even just your omkara, when you say that natural dying of the om, the complete om itself is a very good calming mantra, the omkara. So don't miss all these omkaras, all these mantras. Try to learn them. The entire month we are not changing the mantra. So you should show interest to learn mantra. Some of the mantras which I am doing in the class, even I don't know. So I am also learning. See, some this month, for example, I took a suggestion from one of the students only. Bharat was there. He gave me, okay, why don't we put this mantra this month? So I was not fully aware of the mantra. So I included in this month, and then slowly I'm learning all these mantras. So we should try to learn these mantras, meaning of that. What is the meaning of that mantra? That also should be learned. For instance, when we do pranayama mantra, just before pranayama, there is a mantra. So in that, it says, pranayama protects the person like the mother protects the child. So when we understand the meaning of these prayers, so we also get tempted to involve while practicing that. Because when we imagine, okay, the breathing that I'm doing is protecting me like a mother protects the child. So I myself put a lot of willful effort or mind into the practice, okay, into the learning of these practices. So that is the benefit of all the mantras. So now we will do first loosening practices, then we will do few rounds of Chandra Namaskar, Surya Namaskar, and then we will go to individual queries, whatever questions I received and the suggestions I gave. While in the last week, I observed the people. So I keep noting down. Okay, when you are practicing, I just have a small book. So I keep noting down. These are the improvement areas which I can suggest to this person. Because on the class, it may not be possible sometimes. So on Saturday or Friday, I send these comments to the people, so that if you come on 4 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, I can correct you like that. So I will reply those queries also after the practice, after this few rounds. Now, so every time when you practice, you have to do loosening practices. So even if you are an expert, you may be an expert, but no expert can suddenly jump into an asana. Tomorrow, if you tell me, please show me how to do chakrasana, I will not do it, because it's not the way it should be done. So everything has got some process, no? So what I will do loosening practice. I will do few rounds of Surya Namaskar. then my body is ready. Then I will do some preparatory asanas for chakrasana. I cannot do sudden chakrasana. Nobody can do. If it is somebody is doing sudden chakrasana, it is violence against the self. There is a process, no? So when I do chakrasana, I have to first do Setubandhasana. Then my back is ready. Then I will do chakrasana. So always stick to these rules and processes. So whenever we learn anything or whenever we transfer our knowledge to others, give them the right methods and processes. That is one another thing. Another thing is everybody, irrespective of their age, can practice. Okay. Now, I know there are some newcomers in this class, so you have to keep in mind that you are different, I am different, another third person is different. So what you do should not be driven by what the other person is doing. Okay, what you do should be driven by your own observations. What can I do? Should I do this? Is it causing pain while I'm practicing that? Is it becoming violence against myself? All these questions you have to ask, and you have to practice in a way that doesn't hurt you. Okay, you have to observe processes, the steps, methods, all these you can follow and do whatever you can do. So the first question for I'm telling these things because these misconceptions are there in the mind. You would have seen people at the age of 95 years, they are practicing yoga. People at the age of 6 children are practicing yoga. So what a child does may not be the same as what a person at 90 years or 95 years does. All are different. Both of them may do Sarvangasana. A person at 90 years may do Sarvangasana. But how the person does, and a child who is 6 years or 8 years, how that person does Sarvangasana is different. Both are doing Sarvangasana. So that intelligence and that division of your mind and judgment is required. How to do, how much to do, when to stop. All these judgments should be there in your mind. Everybody is not the same. There are some asanas which I cannot do. Maybe even if I practice many years, I may not be able to do it. I'm not worried about that. Whatever I can do, I can learn new asanas definitely. There may be some limitations for everybody. For example, let us say I have a neck pain. Now, if you ask me to suddenly do a headstand Shirshasana, it may cause an injury to my neck. So a person having a lower back problem, say, now if I ask him to do Paschimottanasana, it will increase the bulge on his back or on her back. It will only cause more problems. So what you should do, we have to know. What we should not do, that also we should know. That judgment is required. It is not that you have to practice. You can practice in the group, definitely, but identify what is good, what is not appropriate for you. That message I wanted to give because there are some newcomers in this class. That's why. Now I'm going to do loosening practices, which is there in the standard class. So those who want to practice can practice with me. Those who want to observe, this class is more for observation, learning, and interaction, and doubt clearing.
Today I'll observe the class.
You can observe, no problem. So it is not for practicing. So this class is, the main purpose of this class is not practicing. The main purpose of this class is to learn, understand how to do, what are the mistakes that can come, where should I, and interact. Okay, this I'm not able to do this. Should I do this? This is the purpose of this class, this interaction. So you can stop me anytime, preferably when a natural break comes. That time you can stop and then we will discuss also. Okay. So I hope I'm clear in my messages. So first we did the mantra, starting prayer, right? Now we will do the loosening practice. So why? Because I have to become loose. Then only I can show you what I want to show you. So what do I do first? I shake my legs in opposite directions to each other, little time. If I'm not audible, please interrupt me. Or if I'm not visible also, please interrupt me. After shaking for some time, then I join the legs. Then inhale and I stretch the toes forward. See, the awareness has to reach the tip of my finger. I may spend a lot of time, all these things, but in the actual class, it may be short. Okay. Then exhale, I pull the toes to the kneecap. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. See, I'm practicing with awareness. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. Very simple practice. Inhale, front. Exhale, back. Observing the process. Inhale, front, pointing the toe. Exhale, back. Now I rotate the feet. 1. You can observe the toes and heels are together. 2. Yeah. 3. So these are the things you have to notice. 4. 5. Then I change. 1. Opposite side. 2. 3. 4. One more round. 5. Now my feet is loosened. Then I bring the hands close to the body, sitting with straight back, with an inhalation. On the exhale, I bend my left leg, catching the shin, chin on the knee. Release. Right leg, release. Left leg, release. Right leg, release. One more time. Left leg, release. And right leg, release. Now I bend my left leg, catch the bottom of your thigh, keeping it close to the body. Okay. Then inhale, straighten your leg up. Exhale, bend it. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Did you notice that I'm not releasing the hand? Now there are some people doing like this. I'm going to show you that wrong method. Inhale, stretch. See, some people are doing like this. The hand went to front. Exhale, they do this. So it doesn't stretch the hamstring only if you do this. So I know, so some of them are not in this class. So this is a wrong method. See, the hand became straight. So the right method is inhale up, exhale down. I am not saying that you have to straighten the leg. Now I will show you what a beginner can do. See, inhale this much, exhale down. Did I break the process? No, I did not break the process. Inhale 2, see, exhale down. Now after 2-3 weeks, inhale 4, see the height increase. Now if you do like this, will the height increase? It will not. Did you get my point? What I'm trying to explain? So then I fold the other leg. So beauty of observation is that. Inhale 1, see I'm here this week. Down. 2, down. I'm not in a hurry to reach there. 3, down. Did you observe how I used my intelligence? So the other person may be like this. Ekdam. Now how will I reach there? I cannot reach today, no. Let it take 6 months, no problem. So that is the discrimination that I want you, all of you, to develop. And there are some teachers in the class. So I want you to transfer that. Whatever I have learned, I may be wrong, no problem. But whatever I know, I'm trying to explain. Okay. 4, 5. See, without breaking the rule. 5 and down. See, 5 times I did and released. Now fold the left leg, cross it over the right thigh. See, it crossed over the thigh. Catch the toe, ankle rotate. 1. Now see, I'm observing. 3. I'm checking whether it's going to all the sides. 4, 5. Change. 1, 2. Those who want to practice, please do it. No problem. 3, 4. But you must listen and you must also try to contribute. 5. 5 plus 5 ho gaya. Then what do I do? See the change in position. I'm not going to flap here. So those who are in the class, I can see Saksham is there. So many people are there. Then I move the heel to the navel. See the movement? It was here. यहाँ पे था पैर. उसको मैं उठा के नेवल पे लेके आया. यहाँ पे. शायद आएगा नहीं, चलेगा. यहाँ से इतना भी आएगा, चलेगा. फिर हाथ पीछे रख दिया, फ्लैप कर दिया. So flapping one thigh. So gradually it will come a little more closer after 1 month. Then it will come a little more closer. And then You're there, right? So take the right track. And then catching this toe with the same side hand, I have to straighten the leg in front. शायद इतना ही होगा चलेगा. 1, maintain that leg a little time. The hand support from here. 3, धीरे 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 दिन ब दिन ऐसे straight होते जाएगा. 4 and 5. See, now I have made it almost straight. It's not fully straight. It's okay. I'm happy with this. Then exhale. I kept the leg down.
In this asana, my knee bends.
Other leg, fold and cross over this thigh. Catch the toe and rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ulta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I keep it in Padmasana, close to the navel. So from here, I brought it here. Hands back, flap the thigh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on flapping for a while. 5. Catch the toe with your same side hand, right hand. Inhale and stretch it front. 1. So see the control. 2. I'm not struggling. 3. I'm observing. Am I shaking? No. 4. Because I know how much to do, how much not to do. 5. Exhale. How to keep it back? For keeping also there is a technique. Along with the hand you have to keep like that. See? Not from here. That's the process. So that completes the leg stretches. Then folding both the legs into the groin, catching both the toe, butterfly, both the thighs. Here also, don't sit like this. If you sit like this, gone. Again, inviting back trouble. How did I sit? From here, I came up and then flat. 1. So in Baddha Kona, this is called the bound angle posture in a dynamic form. What you're doing is not an asana actually. This is a loosening, right? That's why a lot of movements you're seeing. See, my thigh is not touching the ground. Calf muscle is not touching the ground. It's okay. Just keep flapping. But I kept my back straight. After some time, release the legs in front. Samasthiti. Then I will do Nauka Chalana. So back is straight, leg is straight, upright, chest is open, shoulders are wide. I bring the hands in rowing position. Take an inhale here. Exhale. See here, the stomach has to, see, you have to move like a wave. Inhale, come back like that. Exhale, front. So when I went front, my toe came to myself. When I pulled back, the toe went forward. See that? Exhale, front. Inhale, back. The hand is moving like this. It's not, I'm not swimming. Don't move your hand like this and all. Some people do that, I know them. Even if I tell, they are not able to realize. Because the observation is not enough. Because see, when we are swimming, hand will go like this. The boat, the oar of the boat will move front and back. It's a front and back oar. It's not like this. Then exhale, front. Inhale, back. So body moves. Exhale, front. See, the body is moving, not only the hand. Inhale, back. So don't do like this. Exhale, front. Inhale, back. What is moving? Only hand. Body is moving very little. Whereas the body has to move front and back. See, body has gone back. Similarly, backward. 1, back like that. 2, back. Good for the knees also. 3. See, because of this feet movement, front and back, no, the kneecap, the tendons, all these will become stronger because of this movement. So you would, if you have gone to an ortho, having those who treat knee problems, they suggest this exercise for strengthening the knees. So when you do this, while doing this itself improves the knee strength. So such a simple action, which generally does not catch the attention of many people. They will do only this much without moving anything here. So Try to observe like that. Okay, that is Nauka. Then comes Chakki Chalana. So how to do Chakki Chalana? So I spread my legs. Sorry, I'm just readjusting because of the mouse and all. So here I open my legs, V shape, interlock the hands in front. See, here also the body comes front. It's a front coming asana. Take an inhale here. Exhale, go to one leg. Then inhale, go to the other and come back. 2. See the sweep. 3. Am I bending the knee? No. So even if you cannot reach that much, try to keep the knee straight instead of doing some people do like this. What will happen? The action, where the action has to happen, that will not work. Instead of doing that, keep it straight and do this much. I cannot do too much, I can do only this much. So what will happen? जहाँ पे वो stretch आना चाहिए, like bottom of your thighs, back, that areas will get stretched. And then day by day, the improvement will happen. Instead of, no, see, now it's bypassed. That stretch is bypassed. So it will not stretch if you do like this. Yes, I may be able to reach a little more longer, but where the stretch has to come, that area will not get stretched. So keeping the leg straight, gradually check the improvement. Okay. Then ulta. 1, yeah, 2, maybe after 6 months or 1 year, I may be able to reach a little more longer. 4 and 5. When I talk, I may not be able to breathe properly. That's a problem. Okay. Then I close my legs into Sukhasana. Here you can keep one leg on the other thigh if you want. Otherwise, this is also fine. Sukhasana. Arms in front, parallel. See, parallel means parallel. Not like this, not like this. Fist close, spread, close, spread, close, spread, close, spread, close, spread. Palm down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then fist close, wrist rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, so here also you have to observe. Some people do only bottom like this. They don't take up. So try to take full circles. Okay. Then fold straight. Fold straight. Fold straight. Fold straight. Last, fold straight. Then fold, touch elbow, rotate. See this position? Elbow goes above the head level. Did you observe? The elbow has gone above the head. It's not like this. Some people do like this. See the position? You are able to find the difference? So this is not shoulder rotation. This is shoulder rotation. Okay? See, my muscle is touching the ear. Observe that. So tell me, is awareness required or not? Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then interlocking the finger, inhale, stretch the arms to sky. Did you observe I lifted the shoulder so that my shoulders come very close to the ears? See the straightness of the elbow, the back, chest is bulging up. Ear is in front of the arm. Ear is not behind like this. See? Ear पीछे नहीं है, ear सामने है. तो क्या होगा? Shoulder ऊपर जाएगा और पीछे जाएगा. एकदम straight होगा. Exhale, hands down. So there is a method to even bring the hands down. right? So that completes sitting loosely. The last is for the backbone for Marjariasana. So I unlock the legs, shake here, shake the legs little time. And before going there, I think I missed the neck rotation. That will be done now. So put your chin chest, rotate the neck. One, all the sides. Hope I'm audible. Two, if you're not able to hear me, please speak out. Three, four. Did you observe? I'm trying to touch the ear on the shoulder. Five. Change. One, two. I'm really enjoying the rotation of the neck. Three, four. Now this, some people may have a difficulty. Five. So what you should do, I'll tell you. If you have got a neck problem, you can rotate the neck, but without going through those pain points. Like say, imagine if I take like this, it starts paining. So then I cut short there till I'm going. Imagine beyond this, if I take my head back, it pains. So I cut short there also. See, I'm rotating the same method, but with limited movement. See, I'm observing and going. Now tell me, is it possible for everybody to do it? Perfectly, yes. Unless you have some major issues. So as much as you can do, that is enough. Okay. I've seen many students using that discretion and practicing nice and the process. That's enough. So gradually what will happen? Slowly the neck will become active. Little action will come. And that pain point will go away slowly. If you think that if I do four like and too fast, my neck will become all right. No, it may not happen. So don't hurt yourself. Do what you can. Yeah. The effects are the same. Whatever benefit I get, you get is all the same. No change. Because you are also doing your best, I am also doing my best. So the benefits are equal. No difference at all. Then the last loosening is for the spinal column, backbone. So how do I do that? Fold the legs, come to cat. Now some of you may have a knee problem. So what should I do if there is a knee problem? I'm covering like this because there are various people are there. So I can as well keep a pillow ready near the mat. So I do like this. Now tell me, even if I have any problem, can I do this? Maybe 2 pillows. It will not hurt your knee if you keep 2 pillows. Because that it will be cushioning. Like this also you can keep. See, it is double the size. Now no pain at all. Nothing. There is no pressure on the kneecap. Very, very safe. I do the same practice with the pillows. You can keep a little wider. I'm using 1 pillow. You can keep 2 pillows. Okay. Now inhaling, lift the head up, tailbone up. I'm looking at the eyebrow. I'm dipping the center of the spine. Exhaling, do the reverse of it. Now where is, I think Saksham is there. Okay, I will come to you. Inhale, 2. Look towards the eyebrow. Exhale. 3. Reverse. Smarjariasana. 4. Reverse. 5. Stay for some time. 1. 2. If you have difficulty, just two or 3, that's enough. 4. 5. Exhale. Rounding the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look straight. Exhale, just lift the knee up backwards and up, and you get a mountain. See, You came to mountain. 1. Did you observe? I'm not staying like this. So this is where you have to improve. See, if you round your back like this, the effect will not come. With the push, I have to bring the stomach closer to the thigh. Did you see? Are you able to observe a concave back? Somewhere near the concave back at least. So I'm trying to lengthen the back by pushing the ground and pressing the heel. So I'm not doing like this. So this is where you have to improve. Try to reach the heel down, stretching the hind legs, and don't stay like this. Try to bring the stomach closer to the thigh, and then look towards the navel like that. Okay. So day by day, I have to improve that. That's called mountain position or Adho Mukha Svanasana, whichever you call it. Then with an inhale, one step forward, head up. Don't remove the entire palm. Keep majority of the palm on the ground. Head up. Head up means it's a uncoiled spine position. I'm looking towards the eyebrow. On the exhalation, fold. So this fold is not there in the 815 class because that fold is not good for them. So I deleted from that class. Then inhaling, hands stand up, hands sideways up. Look to the thumb, exhale, hands down. Okay, so that completes all the loosening. See, I took almost half an hour or more than that, whereas it completes in just 15 minutes. 1 second. Yeah. Now, there were, so whatever I explained, there were some corrections which I had to do. Now, can Saksham come online? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to show you where you can correct. Okay. Now what? It's only an improvement. Okay, don't worry, it's not a mistake. So I don't consider as a mistake. It's only an improvement area. Everybody has got scope for improvement, including me and you. When you do like this is correct. You are doing right. Now when you do the other pose, I will show you the difference of your action. Now here, your head is going like this. So you can see a dip here. In your case, the head is dipping. Whereas what you have to do is, instead of dipping somewhere this dip should not come. Keep the push on and bring chin on the chest. This way. Don't dip the neck alone. Lift it. Lift the neck also. This portion of the neck. So that portion has to come up and the rounding will come. I'll show the side view now. I try to explain to the extent what I can do. So probably the error is coming here. Did you see that? I dropped.
Yes, sir.
So what you have to do is, after reaching there, lift that cervical spine, this part. So let it not go below the scapula. So this is the scapula, no? That collarbone. So let the cervical spine go above the scapula. Don't dip it below the scapula like this. Okay, this is
Okay.
what I'm trying to correct. Yeah. Is it possible? Did you do any loosening? Nothing, huh?
Nothing, sir.
Then don't do it. Okay. So just keep this in mind. I'll observe you for another 1 week. So
Sure, sir.
it's okay if you don't improve, no problem. Okay.
No, sir, I'll try to improve.
Okay. So I try to explain to the extent that I can do. So
Yeah.
keep that mind on that. It may not happen first 2-3 classes, but I'm sure gradually you will pick it up. Okay.
So previously, I'm having a problem of spondylitis. So just because of that, maybe a problem happening. Maybe just
If it's
because of that.
painful, no problem. If it's causing pain to you, it's okay. You can continue to keep it like that. Okay.
Sure, sir. I'll try.
Then that is one.
Sir, did you call me? Because I could not hear you.
Yeah. No, I didn't call you. It's okay, Anshuman.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now you're able to hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Now I can hear you.
So now, so I finished all the loosening. Now we will do few rounds of Chandra Namaskara. I'll explain the main points, whatever I can explain. Then we'll go to other questions of individuals. So I think again a word of caution. See, Surya Namaskara, Chandra Namaskara is a dynamic practice. So those people having problems with the lower back or even the neck problems, cervical spondylosis, they are supposed to go. I mean, either you have to go with very caution. You're not if you see the class which I take in the Monday Friday evening, there is no Surya Namaskara only. I don't take, because it's when it's a dynamic action, there is always a risk. So it's you cannot you have to be very careful if at all you're doing that. Okay, so better avoid Surya Namaskara, Chandra Namaskara. Those who have got issues on the lower back, especially, like if there is a slip disc, or if there is a disc bulge, or any of such problems, since this action contains lot of front bending, back bending, all these are there. So it is very difficult to focus where a problem can come. So it is better to avoid Surya Namaskara, Chandra Namaskara, those who have got especially lower back issues. But in case there are people doing Surya Namaskara even with back problems, how they are doing, and they are getting benefit also, some of them. They are going very cautious, and they know how to tweak in the method, how to do the same without hurting themselves. Okay? That's a way to do it. But word of caution, if anybody attending this class has got issues with lower back, don't do this along with me. Should not be done. Okay, as a word of caution. So I go with I'll do 2 rounds of Chandra Namaskar, and then Ashtanga A also after that. So I exhaled my breath. This is another. Till now I never made this noise. Did you hear that? No. I was now, because now the need for that breath comes. Now I do the Namaskar Mudra. Closing the eyes. हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषण्ण पावृणो सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये ओ Inhale, open the eyes. Exhale, look at the nose. Ideally, I'm supposed to look at the nose. I hope I'm visible. Yeah. One round I will talk. That time I may not be able to breathe properly. Then I will do without talking. Ekam, inhaling. Dvi, exhaling. Trini, left leg back, inhaling, hands up. Chatwari, exhale. Pancha, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, inhale. Ashta, exhale. Nava, left leg, inhale, hands up. Dasha. Exhale. Ekadasha. Inhale. Dwadasha. Now let me explain what are the important points. First thing is, I'm just salient points I'm telling. As I said, this way. When you keep your hands, this is Namaskara Mudra, not like this. Because when you put it like this, the shoulders will open. The expansion of the lungs will happen this way. You'll become very strong and elegant. So this is Namaskara Mudra. See how much of science is there. When you do like this, what will happen? You will become a weak person. This is Anjali Mudra. I'm not saying Anjali Mudra is bad. That is not to be done here. Here it is Namaskara Mudra. Pressing the palms, widening the shoulder, and expanding the chest. This is Namaskara Mudra. Okay, that's the first one. Now, while bending back, now see the feet is always together. Did you observe? Feet will never go away from each other when you're practicing. If you have a problem like vertigo, anything like balancing issues like cochlear fluid, some imbalance, in that case, yes, this is fine. Little gap is fine. If you have a difficulty, especially maybe after a particular age, maybe after 60, now when you get some balancing problem, this is fine. Like this. Inhale. You get a little gap and the balancing is easier. Okay. That is Namaskara Mudra, keeping the chin straight. Ideally, you are supposed to look at the nose in Namaskara Mudra. Beginners, you can look front. Okay. That's one point. Then, what is the second asana which I did? So this is called Pranamasana. The second asana is called Hasta Uttanasana. So from here, when I take the arms up, it becomes separate. Did you observe? Parallel. So it goes back parallel. It doesn't join Namaste here. It is parallel. Okay. Now here, so this is Hasta Uttanasana. It's okay to stay this much also. This much is also fine. Bending back. You don't have to bend too much. But don't do this. Now I'll show you a common error. Did you see that error? I push the hip back and arch the back. No. The hip has to come front and the body has to go back. Did you observe difference? Especially this is done by small children. I observed in kids class. If there are any children attending the class, listen this. Okay, this point. So don't do Hasta Uttanasana like this. It's very easy to do and it will cause problems on the back if you do this. See, there is a strain on the tailbone when you do this. Unnecessarily, you will create a problem. Instead of doing that, you can do this. This is enough. If you're good, keep on improving day by day. So keep the arms parallel. Don't bend your elbow. Don't do this and all. People, they do this. So keep the arms straight and stretch. So that is the, and where is the drishti in that posture? Drishti is on the back wall. Not in front like this. Not like this. Not to the sky. Try to gaze backwards. When you look backwards, the stretch also improves. And try to keep the knees together without bending the knee, feet together. So don't do this way also. Did you notice? Where is the bend here? It is on the knee. It is not on the lower back or the upper back. So these are the important points of the second step. Trini, third step is like a wave. So from here, I bring the stomach first. Here the hip is back. And then stomach comes and finally the head comes. That's all. That is Padahastasana. So the head comes in the last. It is okay to touch the stomach and stay. If your neck pains, keep it this way also. No problem. Third step. Chatwari. I will do the right leg now. Okay. There is no space. That's why I step forward. Now Chatwari. Take the leg back. Take a good step. You can see the thigh became inclined. And inhale, hands up. Did you observe? I'm trying to make a C shape here. Pushing the hip to front and arm back. And joining the palm. Okay? That C shape has to come like that. Exhale, hands down. Chin up, chin straight. Pancha, inhaling, other leg back. It's a straight high plank. Shat, exhaling, knee, chin and chest. So the chest has to come front of the wrist like this. Okay. Then sweep the toes here. Inhale, lift the chin and chest together first. Then separate your hand. Did you get that? How did you come up? I was here. When I lifted up, I brought the chin and chest together. Then I lifted the head up. Exhale, lift your back. Navel. Nava, right leg front. Long step between the hands. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down, other leg front. Ekadasha. Dvadasha. So I did both the sides, one round each. Then Ashtanga A Surya Namaskara. Ekam. No bending back, only looking to the thumb. Dvi. Three, inhale, head up. Chatwari. Step back, exhale, go down. Pancha, inhale, upper body. Shut. Exhale. Now 5 breaths here. One. See how I'm accommodating the breath. 2. Really enjoying my breath. Adjusting my body as per the breath. Last breath. 5. Sapta. Step front, both the legs, inhale, head up. Ashta. Nava. Exhale. Samastiti. Now, any doubts till what I explained till now? Any clarifications on Chandra Namaskara, Surya Namaskara? I have not got any questions on that. So I'll not be covering anything other than what I spoke. Unless there is any question. Yeah, is Ramya there? Ramya?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So did you observe? I was observing you when you did today. I think later on you corrected it. That taking the hand back,
Yes.
try to keep them parallel. I think in the first few rounds you are doing like this, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I think later on you corrected it. So that's good enough. Okay. Just put your mind on that. I had noted down because you were new. That's the reason. Okay. Otherwise, Madhu is there. Madhu Atmuri, are you there? Not there. Okay. Okay, that's enough. Now, so I'm now going to the questions which came. So I'll explain one after the other. I think one question was by Preeti, was regarding Mala Asana and Bharadwaja Asana. So I'll explain that first. So I'm going to show you that Mala Asana step. So I go to Atho Mukha first. Now, I hop forward and legs together. I come up. Now, while exhaling, I have to hug the knees and sit. I need to remove the mic. So first I sit like this with an exhalation. Now inhaling, I do Namaste between the legs. I came between. On the exhalation, I do catching the heels from the back. So I have spread the knee and I've caught the heel. So here the toe and heel should not lift up. Then inhaling head up, exhaling forehead on the feet. Try to touch forehead. Then inhale head up, exhale sit back. So I hope you are able to see that. I'll show the front view. So I come here, see the features straight and together. Then
Sorry, I'm not able to keep the legs. I'm falling back
not for you.
while eating.
This is not for you. Everybody cannot do everything. Okay, Tanmay. It's not for you. So, okay, so I bring the catch the heel, spreading the knees apart. Then inhale, head up, widening the thigh. Exhale, forehead on the feet. Right. It's a little tough breathing there. You can do normal breathing. Inhale, head up. Exhale, sit back. Relax. That is Malasana.
So, what if they're not able to keep the heels completely on the mat in the first position itself?
Yeah.
Like Tanmay mentioned, it's slightly, even I get a risk of falling. So, is it possible to keep a cloth or so maybe?
What I've seen in some classes, they do like this. They do like this. So they sit
Hmm.
and then do the same. So with that support,
Okay.
like that. So you may not fall back. So I have a brick support at the back. So
Hmm.
may not be very handy that time because when you're practicing. So maybe so where is it? The heel is lifting up, is it? Or
Yes,
the
sir.
heel
No,
is
heel is lifting up. If I try to place my heels on the floor, then I go back. Yeah.
I see most of it happens to. Are you able to do Baddha Konasana? That bound back?
No,
Is it happen?
no,
It will happen.
no.
Hmm. So I think
I
that
know. Hmm.
groin is.
Yes, yes. It's definitely connected. Yeah.
So maybe those asanas will help you. If you find it
Hmm.
tough, then one choice is to keep a brick like. So I've seen people do
Hmm.
one or two maybe, and then try to open up and
Right.
try to.
Hmm.
Initially, you don't worry about putting the head on the feet. Try to
Hmm.
put it on the ground in front of.
Okay. Okay.
Try to do it this way. More you get that sit,
Okay.
that expansion.
Hmm.
Then
Yes, I can try that. Yeah.
okay. That is regarding Malasana. Then one more question you had. was for Bharadwajasana. See, yeah. So what I suggest is first you catch the bicep, then you walk. So I'll just, yeah. Now, are you making that swing to catch? Then it'll happen. So that swing to catch. Okay, try to take that swing. So if you do like this, then it may not reach. So after Ekam, inhale, while exhaling, take the shoulder back and try to get it. And then while inhaling, what you have to do is you don't have to directly reach there. So just keep it there, and then with that finger support, take it. So don't directly target reaching there. Initially keep it here. Inhale. When you exhale and twist, so I'm not inserting the hand as of now. I'm keeping it. So when you twist, gradually the extension of the hand also will come. Keep on, because this catching and the twisting is almost in the same action.
Okay.
Try to get this. If you are able to do this without inserting the hand, this is better. First you catch.
Okay.
And then keep the finger on the thigh and then twist the body. And gradually, when you feel you're improving, using the fingers, walk.
Okay.
And bring it below the thigh.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay, sir.
Is that what you were looking for?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thanks, sir.
Okay, so that is answered. Now I had another query from Sanchali. So she was talking about, I think, Supta Vajrasana, that asana. So here, see, I find a lot of people find difficulty in that asana, Supta Vajrasana. So the best way is to use a pillow. I think there were even other students who are facing the similar difficulty. So what you have to do is, when you are practicing, you have to keep some, if you have a bolster, that is the best. You know, though जो अपना दीवान में सब रखते हैं, you know, some of the sofa sets, you have the वो bolster है ना बड़ा वाला, round गोल वाला ऐसा लंबा रहता है, वो रहेगा तो easy है. मैंने क्या किया, 2 पिलो उठाया अभी. What I did, I kept 2 pillows here. So when you get that Vajrasana position, no, so you can keep 2 pillows here this way. Okay, so keep it, fold the pillows like this. If you have something like bolster or something, then it's easy. It will be better support. Now you can observe now. I keep this, and when the exhale comes, हो गया. तो मेरे को वो आर्च भी मिल गया, मेरा सपोर्ट भी आ गया. अभी एडी पे मतलब वो एंकल में दर्द नहीं आएगा, because your weight is on the pillow like that. Now it is easier to take the arm also up, like you saw that. तो मेरा वो lower back का arch भी आ गया. I will not face a pain on the ankle, neither on the knees. Then after 5 breaths, exhale, catch the ankles. With the pillow, आपका भी support है. Then inhale, sit up. It is easier to come up. So this is a good method. So if you have some little, one pillow may not help. अगर आप ऐसे करोगे, मतलब एक तकिया रख दिया ऐसा फ्लैट में, तो वही दिक्कत आएगा. हाँ, नहीं मिलेगा, वो सपोर्ट नहीं मिलेगा. बहुत कम हाइट है उसका. The height is very less. See, now it is all the same, not much different. So you need a little thick one. So what I did was I took 2 pillow, I kept this way, folded them and kept it like this. So I'll get a support. See, I'm already got a support. Now very, very easy. Got it? Any doubts?
Yes.
What I explained?
No.
So try that before the class. During the class, maybe you may have to keep it ready, whatever, all these things. So that's what I wanted to explain regarding Supta Vajrasana. Other thing I wanted to correct you was that when you do this Urdhva Mukha Shvanasana, तो जहाँ पे you're keeping the hands like this, right? When you go down, I think आपका हाथ अंदर जा रहा है, शायद, I'm not sure. I think your hand is going little inwards towards the chest. keep it side of the chest, but not wide. Should be just alongside the chest. And when you lift up, try to make the elbow straight. So that I think आप ऐसे रखते हैं कुछ तो उसमें थोड़ा सा deviation दिख रहा था मुझे. Try to straighten your elbow. Try to push and straighten your elbow. Okay. And your hand distance and shoulder distance should be same. So that like that. Don't keep it closer. Don't keep it wider. Keep it exactly as wide as your shoulder. So when you bend your elbow, the elbow will go close to the body like this. It is close to the body, not squeezing, not widening. And then when you come up, bring the elbow straight up. Lift it up. Don't hang on the hand. Don't hang. Lift. This is not correct. This is correct. Now, that is over. Now, Bakasana, Shirshasana. So, now I am going to show you Bakasana and Shirshasana. Especially children, I think Ishani was there. Any other Anshuman is there.
Yes.
Anshuman, you are able to do Bakasana, no?
Yes, sir.
You are able to do.
Yes, sir. I can do Bakasana.
Tanmay also. So don't run around. Tanmay, first thing that you have to do is you have to sit properly.
Okay, sir.
You are not able to sit only. First, you have to sit. Become little more, this one, steady. If you can sit silently for some time every day, that will help you. Just close your eyes in front of your puja room, somewhere at home. Just sit idle for some time, like this. So keeping dhyana mudra. Sitting without doing anything is also good enough.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Sit without doing anything. So that I want you to bring that first. How to sit without disturbing yourself. Okay. Now I'm going to show Bakasana. I think Ishani is there and Tanmay is there.
Yes, sir.
Suman is there. So
Yes, sir.
Bakasana is not a jumping asana. First thing we have to understand that. It's not jumping. So you should not jump in Bakasana. So what I found is some people are doing like this. They're doing jumping to Bakasana. It's all meaningless. There is no such Bakasana. So what you have to do is keeping the legs little away. See the distance. Should be shoulder distance.
Shoulder wide distance.
Are you there? Okay. First I will show you. Then I will see how you are doing it. Okay. Then, so I lifted my trousers so that it doesn't trouble me. Then I keep the hand down, pushing the hand, and keep for you, you can keep the thigh like this. So I am showing you the beginner. Then you can do that one. So initially what you have to do, like I will show from here. See, I kept the thigh like this. So that, are you there, Ishani?
Yes, sir.
मैंने क्या किया, मेरा जो थाई है,
Yes, sir.
हाथ पे रख दिया, हाथ ये एल्बो के ऊपर रख दिया.
Okay, okay, sir.
अभी कुछ मत कीजिए, अभी देखिए पहले.
Yes, sir.
इसको ऊपर रख दिया.
Yes, sir.
रख दिया, हवा में नहीं है, हाथ पे है. तो रखने के बाद मेरे को थोड़ा एडी उठा लिया. मैंने I lifted my heels.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
रखने के बाद I lifted my heel. Now I am shifting the weight to the hand. Then I slowly take one leg up without removing the leg from the hand.
Okay, sir.
Contact is continuous. So I lifted one leg, थोड़ा सा उठाया, फिर मैं दूसरा भी थोड़ा सा उठाया. देखो मैं हवा में. Saw that?
Yes, sir.
Now try to show me. Can you come on the camera? I'll put you. Where are you? 1 second.
Sir, give me 1 minute.
You're doing it or you're not doing it now?
Sir, I don't want to do it now.
Don't want to do it. Okay. Because people are watching you, is it? Okay, no problem. It's okay, your choice. Okay. So,
Okay.
So how did I do? और एक बार दिखा रहा हूँ मैं. So that मेरे को वो jump दिखना नहीं चाहिए.
Yes, sir.
Okay. और एक बार दिखा रहा हूँ. देखो मैंने हाथ बराबर रख दिया. फिर मेरा थाई को हाथ के ऊपर रख दिया, थाई को थोड़ा फैला के रख दिया। फिर मैंने एडी को उठाया, एडी को उठाया, हाथ पे वजन लेके आ गया।
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पे पिलो लगेगा, यू हैव टू कीप पिलो हियर सो दैट मैं गिरेगा तो भी पिलो पे ही गिरे।
Okay, sir.
सामने रखा है पिलो। Then taking the weight on the hand, we lift one hand leg in the air without removing the knee, and then take the other leg. Like,
Okay, sir. Sir, I'll try it.
okay, try.
Yes, sir.
So that is one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then one more question you have put is Shirshasana.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to do Shirshasana with the wall support,
Okay, sir.
because initially you have to do with wall support only.
Okay, sir.
तो मैंने मैट रख दिया दीवार पे, दीवार
Yes,
पे
sir.
सटक के रख दिया। फिर मैंने एक
Yes, sir.
ब्लैंकेट ले लिया, ऐसा ब्लैंकेट को ऐसा फोल्ड
Yes,
किया,
sir.
दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then
sir.
I kept the blanket so that my head will not pain.
Okay, sir.
So I kept it close to the wall. Then I kept the elbow down, दोनों elbow को थोड़ा दूर रख दिया, मतलब नजदीक में नहीं।
Okay, sir.
तो दिखा रहा है?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I kept the elbow like this and interlocked the fingers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, interlock the fingers and kept
Yes,
it on.
sir.
Okay, now I'm going to turn. I'm going to do the same thing facing the wall. I'm
Okay,
facing
sir.
the wall. I think what you're doing, आप ऐसा कर रहे हैं. You're doing like this, I think.
Yes, sir.
Or you're doing something like this. Like this you're lifting. So that is Sarvangasana. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have to face the wall like this.
Okay, sir.
Keeping the elbow down, interlock the fingers. Keep the crown नीचे रख दिया. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now from here, I lift the knees up and come to a mountain kind of position like this.
Okay.
Then थोड़ा सा मैं आगे आ गया, फिर
Okay, sir.
एक पैर उठाया तो मैं आगे आ गया, दीवार पे टच किया मेरा पीठ को,
Okay, sir.
तो मेरा पीठ back has touched the wall. Then I
Okay.
took one leg up, take the other leg up. See?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So from here,
Yes.
I touch the back on the wall. Then I bend one leg, take the other leg also. Then
Yes.
just so that Shirshasana. So my neck is straight. I'm able to balance.
Sir, in Shirshasana, my neck bends when I keep it up.
Okay, so here, those who want to learn, so from there you have to keep the buttocks away, then release the leg.
Sheesh. Okay, sir.
That is how you have to learn.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Again back on the wall, then bring the leg down.
Sir, and for me, main thing in Shirshasana is bending the neck.
So did you observe? What did I show?
Yes, sir.
Okay, keeping the elbow, interlocking,
Yes, sir.
the head directly. Don't bend your neck like this and all.
Yes, sir.
If you do like this, neck will break.
Okay, sir.
Keep your head straight like this.
Okay.
Okay, sir, I understand.
Okay, don't bend your neck, तन्मय. ठीक है? सीधा
Okay,
रख
sir.
के इसको उठा के हाँ, धीरे लेके आना है. Okay?
Sir,
Who is
sir,
that?
I was seeing in the Mandas class that there is Ardha Shirshasana. Then what's what is difference between normal Shirshasana and this Ardha Shirshasana?
Ardha Shirshasana is half Shirshasana. Half.
Okay. Sir, can I do it?
Yes, you can do it. मतलब ऐसा रहेगा,
Okay, sir.
सेम रहेगा, बस क्या डिफरेंस है, पैर नहीं उठेगा बस.
Okay, sir.
में आ गया अर्ध शीर्षासन आ गया,
Okay, sir.
बस ऐसा हो गया अर्ध शीर्षासन.
Sir,
Sir.
I can do this one, but normal Shirshasana is little tough for me.
Don't worry, just do this much only, that is enough.
Okay, okay, sir.
Continue this for some months.
Okay, sir.
Sometime your neck will become strong.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Maybe after 1 year you will do full headstand. Okay.
Oh, Okay, sir.
Nothing to worry. Even if you are able to, whatever you do, if you are enjoying it, that it is yoga enough.
Okay, sir.
And with lot of control, limiting unwanted things.
Yes, sir.
Even if you do simple asana, that's also fine. Okay.
Okay.
But
Okay.
and I observed you are doing very well. Don't worry. Okay.
Shiva, she is having that tendency. She is following me only during this yesterday also. She just left her study and she tries to follow me only. And the Shirshasana only, she is just curious about it. Is it okay for her? She can do it.
Yeah, she can do it. See, for her age, easily she can learn full headstand and all.
Okay.
Yeah, she can.
Okay. She just keeps doing this because I don't know the difference between children yoga and this our yoga. I don't know is it good for her or not. She just keeps following me when I am doing there.
No.
Is it okay?
Yeah, she can do your yoga, no problem. For children, they can do all these styles. Nothing wrong in that. For
Okay.
you, it is very difficult to do what she is doing. So that is difficult. You can cause an injury. For her, no, even if nothing will happen. She can do whatever she wants. Along with you also, she can practice. Nothing will happen. It's all good. Okay.
No, Shiva, she will do. She will do. She will continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye, Ishani.
Yes, sir.
Where is Tanmay? Are you there? Gone, huh? Disconnected.
No, sir. Tanmay is still there.
Yes, sir. I'm
Now,
here.
one thing I want you to learn is, see, when you are jumping back, I've been telling you many times. So how to jump back? See, so when you are here,
Sir, one leg goes, then second leg goes. Second leg goes.
that should not happen. I want you to take both the legs together. If you want, you can keep your hands a little front like this. Then I'm showing you simple jump back. Okay. From here, see, you have to bend the knee. Bend the knee. You're doing like this. Like this you're going. So what you have to do is, from here, bend both the legs. So that.
Okay, sir. Understood.
Show me.
Bend.
Understanding not enough. I want to see. I'm going to put you to the main screen. Let me see whether that.
Sir, wait, my
Now show me. Show me the jumping. Both legs together I want to see.
Oh, yeah.
First you stand straight. No, first you stand straight. No. Come to first you stand straight. Stand up. Come to standing position. Now exhale, bend forward, keep your hands on the mat. You drop the camera, I cannot see your legs now. Drop
Now
the
I can't see my leg.
Take the mat back. Now show me hands on. Now hands on the mat. Now both the legs together, take it up, jump. Why did you remove the hand from the mat? The hand should not go from the mat. You have to keep your hand on the mat only. Jump both the legs together. Don't remove hand. Push both the hands on the floor. Push both the hands on the floor. Jump both the legs together and go back. Jump. Why did you remove the hand? Why are you removing the hand for that? Try again. No excuse. Try again. Show me. You should not remove the hand. Your hand will be on the floor. Push the hand. Lift both the legs up. Jump back. Jump. Push the hand. Push the hand on the ground. Push. No removing. Hand should not come away. You are removing the hand. You should not remove the hand. Jump. Don't hit the knee. Okay. Knee, no. Don't put the knee on the floor. You have to land with the feet. Keep practicing.
Okay.
The next class, I want you to do like that. Don't hit the knee down. If you hit the knee, it will damage. Okay. Keep practicing. Before Tuesday's class. No. Before that class, I want you to send a video. You have to do it and request your parents to take a video of your jump. Then send it to me. Then send it to me. Any doubts? I am going to upload this video on YouTube. So you can see, no? See how I am jumping like this? Did you observe? From here, I'm not removing the hand. I'm keeping the hand here only. Then I'm lifting the leg. Did I land on the knee? No. Knees are in the air. See, my leg is here. My hand is not removed. Hand is here only. हवा में नहीं आया, ऐसे ही है, जमीन पे है. I push the ground, bend the knee, lift the leg
And
up, jump back. Okay, so do that. And before Tuesday, I want you to send a video to me.
Okay, sir, I'll upload it today.
Not today. Not today. Tomorrow, day after, no problem. Huh? Sunday, Monday. Okay.
Tomorrow I'll upload, day after MBA.
Okay. Okay. One second. I'm going to remove you from the screen. Okay. Now, any other queries? So I've got, I think, another 15-20 minutes.
Sir, I have a doubt in Kurmasana.
Kurmasana. Okay.
Yes, sir. In Kurmasana, I'm not able to make my knee straight.
So that forward bend you're not getting, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
So before Kurmasana, you have to do Paschimottanasana, so that your forward bends are ready. Now from here, don't widen the legs. So spreading the arms outward, take the leg front like that. So don't take spread your feet apart. Keep them in that distance.
Okay, sir.
You can see I'm pressing the arm with my thigh. Did you observe? I'm pressing the shoulder down.
Okay, sir.
So try to press. This has to press. That action has to come. Try to press the shoulder with the thighs, bottom of your knee.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right? So I know it's a difficult one. So it will take some time because the lower back has to flatten. With slowly it will come. So
Okay,
as
sir.
long as you are doing it in the right techniques, you will reach there sooner or later. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Who else is there? Sumati is there. Ramya, any queries?
One thing I thought I will share with you since I have started today.
Yeah.
I have some pain. Now I don't have, but last 2 years I am having pain in my shoulder. So that Sarvangasana alone for few more months I won't be able to do. Once I get used to it, then I will start doing.
Is it in the shoulder or on the neck? Where is it?
This left side shoulder. I had that nerve pinch type of thing. Little now it is okay, but I thought slowly I will start off with that shoulder.
So when others are doing Sarvangasana, even for Sumati Ganesh, you are there, right? Are you listening to me?
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
Yeah. So some students will be doing Sarvangasana in your class at 8:15 p.m. That time what you have to do is, many students will go to the wall like this. So see how to do that I'm showing you. So I have to go to the wall and keep my hips on the wall, and then keep the legs up like this. So here what is happening? This is called Viparita Karni. So half the body is in the air only. The other half is on the ground. So at least half that inversion effect will come. So those, if you have a problem on the neck or some cervical or some pinching, mild issues, what she's telling, this is a better way to do it.
Okay.
This is good enough because the half of the effect of Shirshasana will come. Sorry, Sarvangasana will come with this. Okay.
Okay,
So
fine.
as long as you are not comfortable with that full Sarvangasana, you can do this much is enough. Now, after say 2 or 3 months, now you feel okay, I can try a little better. So what I have to do, slowly I bend the leg. I'm just showing you this. Okay. I'm not saying that you should do it now, maybe after a few months. Then pushing the wall, I lift the hip like that. Now see, I'm not taking full weight on the neck. I'm keeping weight on more on the hand here. Okay. Then this way. See now. So the weight is on the hand, on the elbow side, not at all on the neck. Little time I can do like this. This is second level I'm telling you. This is almost very good effect of same Sarvangasana. Okay. And after some time, slowly take it up like this. See. Majority weight on the elbow only, not on the neck. Okay. And do like that. If you have some pillows, you can keep that also. All these are fine. Okay. So start with this. So this is very safe. Nothing will happen to your neck. It will be almost the effect. Okay. That is enough. Sumati also do this much only.
Okay, sir.
That L shape.
Yeah.
You bring
Okay,
it.
sir.
Okay. Then Anju, I think you corrected that, no? Where who else is a Saksham? I already explained. Anju,
Sorry, sir, I can't hear you.
others, am I audible to you? Sumati and all?
Sir, you're audible, but
Yes,
your
sir.
voice,
Sir, you are audible.
Voice is not clear, is it?
sir, voice is clear, but it's little low.
Little low. Okay, okay. 1 second.
Hello, sir, what are you saying?
Yeah. Ramya, you were able to hear me properly?
Yes, I am able to hear.
So Anju, what I'm saying is that Urdhva Mukha. Did you correct that? That upward.
Of Virchasana video I have to send. I didn't understand.
That jumping back. That jumping back video you have to send me. Okay, Tanmay?
Your name of the asana, I don't remember.
It is a jumping back only. There is no name for that.
Jumping back asana. Okay, sir.
I told you, no, lifting both the legs together and landing. Huh? You understood? Okay. Anju, so what I'm talking is when you lift that Urdhva Mukha Shvanasana. So from here, when you come up, try to bring the chin and chest together like this. And then lift the head up. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I think you already corrected it, right?
Yes, sir, you told me.
So that I have spoken. Then Ishani has spoken Saksham. Rita Kumari, are you there online? Not there. She's just switched on and gone, I think. Okay, Tanmay is there. Anybody else who has got any queries?
I'll send a video before Tuesday. Means
Yeah, fine, that's fine. Anybody else who has got any queries? Otherwise, I will explain pranayama, whatever regarding pranayama. Okay, so I'll speak a little about pranayama. So, what is the meaning of the word pranayama? Pranayama. So, Tanmay, you should sit in Vajrasana. See how I'm sitting? Like this, you have to sit. Otherwise, your back will not become straight. You have to sit like that. So, by Vajrasana, when you sit, automatically the back becomes straight without much effort. Yes, initially there will be some discomfort on your ankle. Okay, but it's fine. Gradually, it will become better. Now, in pranayama, what is the, so consider all the omkaras as pranayama only. So whenever you do omkara, take full breathing and do the om. Like when I do like this. So each Omkara will approximately come to around 20 seconds if you measure. Unless children below age of 10 and all, maybe less, it's okay. But adults, the length of your Om will be in the range of around 20 seconds. If it is say 10 second and all, then your inhale is not enough, or you may not be taking a full breath before taking the Omkara. So if you're inhaling like this, Om, so it's not a full breath. See, my breath is over because that much air is only there inside the lungs. So you have to take good breath before Omkara. See how the chest lifted? Did you see? Observe my chest. It lifted up. So try to take good inhales before each Omkara when you do it. Please go back to the mat. You, Tanmay, you are not supposed to come to the screen. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you is exactly this. You have to stop all these distractions while you are attending a class. You have to stay away from the screen, away from the computer, on your mat. You have to stop all these deviations. You have to sit straight, stop doing all these chatting, everything you should stop. No chatting is required. No I'm not reading any of your chats. Nobody is reading. You're just wasting your time. I'm not reading any of the chats which come in this. That's what I'm telling. So because I am here, I am doing the practice. I am demonstrating and I am talking. I will never read those chats. Nobody will read it also. So there is no point in putting any chats there. So stop doing all that. Stop coming to the screen. Learn to sit in one place. Sit with back straight. Try to listen. Unless there is some doubt you want to ask, that's the time when you have to talk. Otherwise, there is no need for talking also. Okay, you get me? That's what is to be required. So get that discipline in your mind. Never go away to the camera, back to mat, camera, mat, here, there, going outside, fiddling with your dress. All that you should cut off. This is where the yoga comes. Get that discipline in mind. Okay. Then, so I was talking about all Omkaras are all pranayama. So consider each of the Omkaras at pranayama, prolonged breathing. Then, what do we do the first pranayama? It is Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is stomach breathing. So how do I do that? I inhale first, and when the exhalation happens, the stomach has to go inside. So take an inhalation here. Then when I exhale, the stomach goes in. Between each exhalation, I have to take one inhalation. So it is not only exhalation. It is inhale plus exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Each exhalation, stomach goes in. Don't do reverse of it. Okay. So I'm going to do the few rounds of Kapalabhati. I'm just keeping the hand to show you how the stomach moves. I'm not pressing the hand on stomach. Okay. And gradually increase the speed like a train. The train goes from one station to the other station. Tanmay, go back. See what I'm talking to you about. Again, you are coming to camera. Please go back on the mat. Like that, you can increase the speed. If you're beginners, you can go very slow also like this. So ensure that all the exhalations are a stroke, like, so that stroke is required. Out, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. That stroke is important. So now I'm going to show you a wrong method. Now somebody can tell me, say Anju, can you tell me what is wrong in what I'm doing now? Okay, just to make it a little interactive. Anju, can you unmute and tell me what is wrong in what I'm doing? Okay. Can you tell me what is wrong here? Anybody? If Anju is there, can you speak out? She's not. Okay. Anshuman, tell. Okay, Anju is there. She's there online now.
Sir, can you tell me once more what was saying?
Yeah. So बता सकते हैं कि ये जो मैं what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a wrong Kapalabhati.
Okay.
Please tell me what is wrong in that.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
You have to tell me what is wrong in this Kapalabhati.
So you're inhaling.
हाँ इनहेल तो कर रहा हूँ, एक्सेल भी कर रहा हूँ.
So we have to keep our stomach inside while we are exhaling.
Yes, I'm doing that only. Observe now. Observe my stomach. Okay, I'm keeping the hands. You have to point out the exact mistake. Okay. When I am inhaling, the stomach बाहर है.
Yes,
जब
sir.
मैं exhale कर रहा हूँ, पेट अंदर जा रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Correct है. Whatever you are telling, I am doing correctly. But there is some mistake in this. You should tell me what is that mistake.
Sir, can I say?
Can you point out, Anju?
Hmm. So I get that you're doing wrong, but I don't have word actually.
Okay, chalega. Anybody else who can? I'm not saying that. Anybody else who can reply me? Anshuman or anybody?
Yes, sir. Sir, like the inhalation is like should be little more mild. Like it should not be so much.
No, that is, yeah, it is long. It's okay. See, I'm a
But
beginner.
it should not be so long.
I'm a beginner. I want to go slow like this. I'm a beginner. I want to go slow. Okay, anybody else? Saksham, Ramya, Sumati, anybody else who can correct me? I mentioned that little time
So
back.
the exhalation should be fast. It should be immediate.
Who is that? I think it's Sumati, is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you pointed it out. See, even if I am a beginner, I can go slow, but in Kapalabhati, like Sumati said, all the exhalations are strokes. It's a stroke. So I'm showing you the correct method now. Are you able to find the difference?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So even if I'm a beginner, the exhalations of Kapalabhati are quick. Inhalation can be, so you can reduce the speed of your cycles, but the exhalations are strokes. So as a beginner, I can do like this also. Got it? Now a senior will do like this. So this is what I'm trying to explain. So get that right. I know you know the answer, Anju. Maybe you're not able to explain it.
Yes, sir. The exhalation will be fast actually.
Yeah. So you know the answer and you're doing it correctly.
Yes,
But
sir.
just only the difference is you were not able to just put it on the words. That's all.
Yes, sir.
So don't worry about it. So that's it. What I'm trying to explain. So that's Kapalabhati. Now I think it's almost time. So it's 5:41. So I will close the class for today. So I request all people to attend the class all Saturdays 4 o'clock. Whenever there is a class, most of the Saturdays the classes will be there. Okay. Now we'll do the closing prayer. Yeah, 1 second. There is So I want all of you to chant along with the video which I'm going to display.
Okay, sir, I'll chant along with you.
Okay, I'm sharing the screen so you can look at the screen. Okay. I hope you can see the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mantra is visible.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Let us all chant together. So how do we do Namaskar Mudra? Inhaling, take the arms over the head. Exhaling, bring to heart center. Okay, that's the way to do. Bring it. Then closing the eyes with a smile, keeping the back straight. First take an inhalation. Together. सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Gently bow down, whatever you can do. Thoda sa pray to God for whatever you are able to do. And come back. Thank you. Namaste. Take care.
Thank
Bye,
you,
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.